In today's video, we're exploring 7 fascinating Washington quarters that collectors are actively searching for. From unique mint marks to rare errors, these coins hold stories and value you don't want to miss. Make sure you watch till the end, one of these could be worth far more than you think. Hello and welcome to USA Old Coins X. Top 1. Imagine holding a simple-looking quarter in your hand, a coin you might have seen hundreds of times, maybe even spent without thinking twice. Now imagine that same coin quietly carrying a hidden value so shocking, it could turn an ordinary day into an unforgettable moment. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most mysterious, rare, and unbelievably valuable coins in United States coin history, the 1965 Washington quarter from a proof set that has stunned collectors across America. This is not just another old coin story. This is about a coin that changed the way collectors look at modern quarters, a coin that blends history, rarity, and a powerful secret that many people still don't know about. So stay with me until the end, because what you are about to discover could completely change how you look at your own pocket change. The year 1965 was a turning point in United States coinage. It was the year when silver was officially removed from circulating quarters. Before 1965, Washington quarters were made with 90% silver. But starting in 1965, the U.S. Mint switched to a copper-nickel-clad composition. This change happened because silver prices were rising, and the government needed a more cost-effective way to produce coins. Now here is where things get interesting and incredibly exciting. During this transition, something unusual happened inside the minting process. A very small number of quarters were mistakenly struck using the old silver planchets instead of the new clad ones. And even more rare, some of these coins were produced in proof sets, which were supposed to be specially made coins with sharp details and mirror-like finishes for collectors. A 1965 Washington quarter from a proof set that was accidentally struck on a silver planchet is one of the most valuable modern coin errors ever discovered. These coins are extremely rare, almost legendary in the coin collecting world. Many collectors spend years searching for one, and most never even get close. Just imagine the moment someone opens an old proof set, maybe passed down from a relative, and inside is a coin that looks slightly different. A little heavier, a little brighter, a little more special than the rest. That small difference could mean the coin is worth thousands upon thousands of dollars. The design of the 1965 Washington quarter remains iconic. On the front, you see the familiar portrait of George Washington, facing left, with the word Liberty above and "In God We Trust" beside him. On the back, the powerful eagle spreads its wings, clutching arrows and olive branches, symbolizing strength and peace. It looks like a regular quarter, but in the rare proof silver version, the details are sharper, the surfaces are smoother, and the shine is almost mirror-like. But here is the key detail that makes collectors go crazy. Weight. A regular 1965 clad quarter weighs about 5.67 grams. But a silver quarter weighs about 6.25 grams. That small difference is everything. It is the difference between a common coin and a rare treasure. And if that coin also comes from a proof set, the value skyrockets even higher. Collectors across the United States are constantly searching for this exact coin. Online marketplaces, coin shows, estate sales, everywhere people are hunting for that one hidden gem. Stories have surfaced of people finding valuable coins in old collections, forgotten boxes, and even inherited items that sat untouched for decades. Think about this for a moment. How many proof sets are still sitting in drawers, untouched, unopened, waiting to be discovered? How many people have no idea that they might be holding a rare coin worth a fortune? This is what makes coin collecting so thrilling. It is not just about history. It is about possibility. Every coin has a story, and sometimes, that story includes a life-changing surprise. Now let's talk about condition. Condition plays a massive role in determining the value of any coin. A 1965 Washington quarter from a proof set in perfect or near-perfect condition, with deep mirror surfaces and sharp details, becomes even more desirable. Collectors look for coins with no scratches, no marks, and full original luster. Grading services also play an important role. Coins that are professionally graded and authenticated gain trust in the market. When a rare coin like this is certified, its value becomes more stable and often increases because buyers know exactly what they are getting. But here is the truth that makes this story even more exciting. Not every rare coin has been found yet. Yes, that's right. Even today, there are still undiscovered coins out there. Coins sitting in collections, passed down through generations, or hidden in plain sight. The 1965 silver-proof quarter is one of those coins that could still be waiting to be discovered by someone just like you. Imagine opening a proof set, noticing something slightly different, checking the weight, and realizing you are holding one of the rarest quarters ever made. That moment, that realization, is what keeps collectors searching day and night, and this is why you should never ignore old coins. Every coin deserves a second look. Every detail matters. The color, the weight, the shine, the edges, all of these can reveal something extraordinary. Even a small difference could mean a huge increase in value. Many people make the mistake of spending old coins without checking them. They assume all quarters are the same. But as you now know, that is far from the truth. Some coins are hiding secrets that can change everything. If you have old proof sets, inherited coin collections, or even jars of old coins, take the time to inspect them carefully. Use a digital scale. Look at the edges. Compare them with known examples. You never know what you might find, and remember, knowledge is power in coin collecting. The more you learn, the better your chances of spotting something rare. The 1965 Washington quarter from a proof set is not just a coin, it is a symbol of how small details can lead to massive rewards. Collectors in the United States are paying huge amounts of money for rare coins like this. Auctions, private sales, and collector networks are constantly exchanging coins at incredible prices. The demand is real, and the excitement continues to grow. So the next time you see a 1965 quarter, don't ignore it, look closer, check it carefully. Because that ordinary-looking coin might just be one of the rarest and most valuable treasures in modern coin history. And now, the moment you have been waiting for. The value of a rare 1965 Washington quarter from a proof set struck on a silver planchet has reached an astonishing level in the collector market, with examples selling for as high as $15,800. Think about that, a single quarter, worth more than many people earn in months. So start checking your coins today. Your next discovery could be closer than you think. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing coin stories. And don't forget to comment below if you have any coins you want us to take a look at. Top 2. You're about to discover one of the most exciting and valuable secrets in modern United States coin collecting. A 1966 Washington quarter from a proof set that has shocked collectors and turned ordinary people into lucky finders of hidden treasure. Stay with me, because this is not just another coin story. This is a real opportunity to learn something that could change how you look at every single coin you own. Let's go back to 1966, a year when the United States Mint was going through major changes. Silver had already been removed from circulating quarters in 1965, and the new copper-nickel-clad coins had taken over. The goal was simple: reduce costs and keep coins in circulation. But whenever big changes happen, mistakes can happen too, and that's exactly where this story begins. In 1966, the Mint continued producing special coins for collectors, coins that were supposed to have better quality, sharper details, and cleaner finishes. While official proof sets were paused during these years, special mint sets still existed, and within these carefully prepared coins, something extraordinary happened. A tiny number of 1966 Washington quarters were struck on the wrong metal. Instead of being made from the standard clad composition, a few coins were accidentally struck on silver planchets, the same type used before 1965. This was never supposed to happen. These coins slipped through the system quietly, unnoticed at first, but once discovered, they became some of the most talked about modern coin errors in the United States. Now imagine this: a collector opens a 1966 set, maybe something inherited from a parent or grandparent, and everything looks normal at first glance. But then, something feels different. The shine is richer. The tone is slightly warmer. The weight feels heavier. That moment of curiosity, that second look, that simple decision to check more closely could reveal a coin worth thousands, because here's the truth that most people don't know. Not all 1966 quarters are the same. A regular 1966 clad quarter weighs about 5.67 grams. But a silver quarter weighs about 6.25 grams. That small difference, less than a gram, is what separates an everyday coin from a collector's dream, and when that coin also comes from a specially prepared set with high-quality surfaces, the value becomes even more incredible. The design itself doesn't give away the secret easily. On the front, you still see George Washington's classic profile, calm and strong, with liberty above and "In God We Trust" beside him. On the back, the eagle spreads its wings with power and balance. Everything looks completely normal to the untrained eye, but that's exactly what makes this coin so dangerous to overlook, and so exciting to find, because the real treasure is hidden beneath the surface. Collectors across the United States are constantly searching for these rare transitional era coins. Coin dealers, auctions, online marketplaces, the hunt never stops. Why? Because very few of these coins exist, and demand is extremely high. There are stories of people finding valuable coins in the most unexpected places. Old coin sets stored in boxes. Collections passed down through generations. Forgotten items tucked away in closets. And sometimes, the owners had no idea what they were holding. Think about how many people collected coins in the 1960s. Think about how many of those collections still exist today. Now imagine how many of them have never been properly checked. That is where opportunity lies. If you have access to old coin sets, especially from the mid-1960s, you might be closer to a valuable discovery than you think. All it takes is a careful inspection, a simple weight check, and a little knowledge, and that knowledge is what gives you the advantage. Condition also plays a huge role in value. A 1966 Washington quarter from a special mint set with clean surfaces, strong details, and minimal marks becomes far more desirable to collectors. Coins that appear untouched, with original luster and no damage, can command much higher prices. Professional grading can also make a big difference. When a coin is authenticated and graded by a trusted service, it gives buyers confidence. It confirms the rarity, the condition, and the authenticity, all of which directly impact value. But here's something that makes this even more exciting. Some of these coins may still be undiscovered, yes, even today, hidden in collections. Sitting quietly in storage. Waiting for someone curious enough to take a closer look. This is why coin collecting is not just a hobby, it's a treasure hunt. Every coin has a story. Every detail matters. And sometimes, the smallest difference can lead to the biggest reward. So the next time you come across a 1966 quarter, don't ignore it, hold it, examine it, weigh it, because what looks ordinary could actually be extraordinary. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, a rare 1966 Washington quarter from a special set, struck on a silver planchet and preserved in high condition, has reached an incredible market value, with examples selling for as high as $15,600. Let that sink in. A single quarter, worth more than many people expect from an entire collection. So start checking your coins today. Look through your old sets. Ask your family about inherited collections. Because your next big discovery might already be in your possession, just waiting to be found. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful coin discoveries. And don't forget to comment below if you have any coins you want us to explore and reveal their hidden value. Top 3. What if I told you that a simple 1967 quarter, a coin that looks completely ordinary, could secretly be worth more than what many people earn in months? Not gold, not ancient, not something locked away in a museum, but a modern United States Washington quarter that could still be hiding in collections today. Sounds impossible? Stay with me, because this story is real, and it might completely change the way you look at every coin you own. Today, we're uncovering one of the most exciting and mysterious treasures in modern U.S. coin collecting. The 1967 Washington quarter from a special set, a coin that has stunned collectors with its rarity, its history, and its unbelievable value. Let's travel back to 1967. This was a time when the United States Mint was still adjusting to a major change. Just 2 years earlier, in 1965, silver had been removed from circulating quarters. The new coins were made from a copper-nickel-clad composition, designed to reduce costs and keep coins in everyday use. By 1967, this new system was in full swing, but whenever there is change, there is also room for error. During this period, the mint was producing special mint sets, high-quality coins intended for collectors. These coins were not ordinary circulation pieces. They were made with better finishes, sharper details, and a more polished appearance. Collectors loved them, and many sets were carefully stored away for decades, but hidden within a very small number of these sets. Something extraordinary happened. A few 1967 Washington quarters were struck on the wrong planchets. Instead of the standard clad metal, these rare coins were accidentally struck on silver planchets, the same composition used before 1965. This mistake was never meant to happen. It slipped through quietly, unnoticed at first. But once discovered, it sent shockwaves through the coin collecting community, because suddenly, a modern coin became a rare and valuable treasure. Now imagine this moment: someone opens an old 1967 special mint set. Maybe it was inherited. Maybe it was purchased years ago and forgotten. Everything looks normal at first glance. But then, something feels different. The coin has a richer shine, the color looks slightly different, a tea feels heavier in the hand. That small difference, that tiny detail, could mean everything, because here's the secret that experienced collectors already know. A standard 1967 clad quarter weighs about 5.67 grams. But a silver quarter weighs about 6.25 grams. That difference may seem small, but in the world of coin collecting, it is massive. It is the difference between a common coin and a rare, high-value collectible, and when that coin comes from a specially prepared mint set, with clean surfaces and sharp details, its desirability increases even more. The design of the 1967 Washington quarter remains classic and powerful. On the front, you see George Washington's iconic profile, representing strength, leadership, and history. The word liberty stands proudly above, while "In God We Trust" sits beside the portrait. On the reverse, the eagle spreads its wings, holding arrows and olive branches, a symbol of both power and peace. To most people, it looks like any other quarter, but to a trained eye, it could be a hidden fortune. Collectors across the United States are constantly searching for these rare transitional era coins. Auctions, coin shows, private sales, the demand is always high, and the supply is incredibly limited. That's what makes this coin so exciting. It's rare, it's valuable, and it could still be out there. There are real stories of people discovering valuable coins in unexpected places. Old boxes. Family collections. Drawers that haven't been opened in years. Sometimes, the owners had no idea what they were holding until someone took a closer look. Think about how many people collected coins in the 1960s. Think about how many special mint sets were purchased and stored away. Now think about how many of those have never been carefully examined. This is where opportunity lives. You have access to old coin sets, especially from the mid-1960s. You might be sitting on something far more valuable than you realize. All it takes is curiosity, attention to detail, and a willingness to look closer. Start with the basics. Check the weight, look at the edge, observe the color and shine. Compare it with a known clad coin. These simple steps can reveal something extraordinary. Condition also plays a major role. A 1967 Washington quarter from a special mint set with minimal marks, strong details, and original luster is far more attractive to collectors. Coins that appear untouched and well-preserved can command significantly higher prices in the market. Professional grading adds another layer of value. When a coin is authenticated and graded by a trusted service, it gives buyers confidence. It confirms that the coin is genuine, rare, and in a specific condition, all of which directly impact its price. But here's the most exciting part of all: not all rare coins have been discovered. Even today, there are still hidden treasures waiting to be found. Coins sitting quietly in collections, unknown to their owners. Coins that could change someone's life with a single discovery. This is why coin collecting is more than just a hobby. The treasure hunt. Every coin tells a story. Every detail matters. And sometimes, the smallest difference can lead to the biggest reward. So the next time you see a 1967 quarter, don't ignore it, take a closer look. Because that ordinary coin might just be one of the rarest and most valuable pieces in modern United States coin history. And now, here comes the moment you've been waiting for, a rare 1967 Washington quarter from a special mint set, struck on a silver planchet and preserved in outstanding condition, has reached an incredible value in the collector market, with examples selling for as high as $15,400. Just imagine that, a single quarter, worth a small fortune. So start checking your coins today. Go through your old sets. Ask your family about any collections they might have. Because your next big discovery could already be in your hands, just waiting to be noticed. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing coin discoveries. And don't forget to comment below if you have any coins you want us to check and reveal their hidden value. Top 4. What if I told you that a 1970 quarter, a coin most people would never think twice about, could secretly be worth thousands of dollars? Not a rare ancient treasure, not made of gold, but a modern United States Washington quarter that looks almost identical to the ones still used every day. It sounds unbelievable. You're about to uncover one of the most shocking and valuable secrets in U.S. coin collecting history. Stay with me, because this is not just a story. This is a hidden opportunity that many people have completely overlooked. Let's go back to 1970, a time when the United States Mint was fully producing clad coinage. Silver had already been removed from circulating quarters years earlier, and everything seemed normal. Coins were being made efficiently, distributed widely, and used daily without much attention, but behind the scenes, something unexpected happened. In 1970, special proof sets were created for collectors. These proof coins were not ordinary. They were struck with extra care, using polished dies and specially prepared planchets to create coins with deep mirror-like surfaces and sharp, beautiful details. These sets were sold to collectors who carefully preserved them, often storing them for decades. Now here is where the story becomes truly exciting. A very small number of 1970 Washington quarters were accidentally struck on silver planchets, leftover blanks that were never meant to be used for these coins. These planchets were originally intended for earlier silver coins, but somehow, a few slipped into the production process, and just like that, a rare error was created. These coins look almost identical to regular 1970 quarters at first glance. The design is the same. The size is the same. The details are the same. But hidden beneath the surface is a completely different composition, real silver instead of clad metal. And that single mistake changed everything. Imagine this moment: someone opens an old 1970 proof set. Maybe it was purchased decades ago. Maybe it was passed down through family. It has been sitting untouched for years. Everything looks perfect, until one coin catches your attention. The shine seems deeper, the tone looks slightly different, it feels just a bit heavier in your hand. That moment of curiosity could lead to an incredible discovery. Because here's the key detail: a standard 1970 clad quarter weighs about 5.67 grams. But a silver quarter weighs about 6.25 grams. That small difference is the biggest clue. It's the difference between a common coin and a rare collector's item worth thousands. Collectors across the United States are constantly searching for these rare 1970 silver proof quarters. They are considered one of the most exciting modern mint errors, and their rarity makes them extremely desirable. Very few have been confirmed, which only increases their value and demand. The design of the 1970 Washington quarter remains iconic and powerful. On the front, you see George Washington's portrait, a symbol of leadership and American history. The word Liberty stands proudly above, while "In God We Trust" is placed beside the portrait. On the reverse, the eagle spreads its wings, holding arrows and olive branches, representing strength and peace. To the average person, it's just another quarter, but to a collector, it could be a hidden treasure. And this is what makes coin collecting so thrilling: the idea that something so valuable could be hiding in plain sight. There are countless stories of people discovering rare coins in unexpected places. Old collections stored in boxes. Proof sets left unopened for years. Coins inherited from relatives who collected them decades ago. In many cases, the owners had no idea what they were holding. Think about how many proof sets were sold in 1970, about how many of them still exist today. Now imagine how many have never been carefully checked. This is where opportunity begins. If you have old proof sets, especially from the late 1960s and early 1970s, you should take the time to inspect them. Look closely at each coin. Check the weight if possible. Compare the appearance with known examples. Even the smallest difference could mean something extraordinary. Condition is also incredibly important. A 1970 Washington quarter from a proof set with clean surfaces, sharp details, and no visible damage becomes even more valuable. Coins with deep mirror finishes and strong contrast are especially attractive to collectors. Professional grading can take things even further. When a rare coin is authenticated and graded, it gains credibility and trust in the market. Buyers are willing to pay more for coins that have been verified, especially when dealing with rare mint errors like this. But here's the most exciting part: there are still undiscovered coins out there, even today, hidden in collections sitting in drawers, waiting for someone to notice. This is why you should never ignore old coins. Every coin has a story. Every detail matters. And sometimes, the smallest mistake can turn an ordinary coin into an extraordinary treasure. So the next time you see a 1970 quarter, don't just spend it, look at it, hold it, examine it carefully. Because that simple coin might be worth far more than you ever imagined. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, a rare 1970 Washington quarter from a proof set, struck on a silver planchet and preserved in high condition, has reached an incredible value in the collector market, with examples selling for as high as $14,500. Just think about that. One quarter, worth thousands. So start checking your coins today. Go through your old proof sets. Ask your family about any collections they may have. Because your next big discovery could already be in your hands, just waiting to be found. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible coin stories. And don't forget to comment below if you have any coins you want us to check and reveal their hidden value. Top 5. What if the next time you look at a 1971 quarter, you're not just holding spare change, but a hidden treasure worth thousands of dollars? It sounds unbelievable, but this is exactly the kind of secret that has shocked collectors across the United States. A coin that looks ordinary, feels ordinary, but carries an extraordinary story and value that most people completely miss. Today, you're about to discover one of the most exciting and mysterious coins in modern U.S. history. The 1971 Washington quarter from a proof set that has captured the attention of serious collectors and turned simple coin searches into life-changing discoveries. This is not just another coin story. This is a real chance to understand how a small detail, a tiny difference, can transform an everyday coin into something incredibly valuable. Let's go back to 1971. Why this time? The United States Mint had fully transitioned to clad coinage. Silver was no longer used in regular quarters, and everything seemed perfectly under control. Coins were being produced in massive quantities, and millions of them were circulating across the country without anyone giving them a second thought. But as history has shown us again and again, even the most controlled systems can produce unexpected surprises. In 1971, proof sets were carefully prepared for collectors. These coins were struck using polished dies and specially treated planchets to create stunning mirror-like surfaces and sharp details. They were meant to be perfect examples of craftsmanship, coins that collectors would admire and preserve for generations. And yet, within this careful process, something went wrong. A very small number of 1971 Washington quarters were struck on the wrong planchets. Instead of the standard copper-nickel clad composition, a few coins were accidentally struck on silver planchets, a material that was no longer supposed to be used. These planchets were likely leftover from earlier production runs, and somehow, they found their way into the proof coin process. That mistake, that single error, created one of the most valuable modern quarters in existence. Now imagine this scenario. An old 1971 proof set is sitting quietly in a drawer. Maybe it was purchased decades ago. Maybe it was passed down from a family member. It hasn't been opened or examined closely in years. One day, Out of curiosity, someone decides to take a closer look. Everything seems normal at first, until one coin stands out. The shine looks deeper, the color feels slightly richer. The coin feels heavier in the hand. That moment, that realization, could be the beginning of something incredible, because here's the key: a standard 1971 clad quarter weighs about 5.67 grams. But a silver quarter weighs around 6.25 grams. That small difference is the biggest clue. It's what separates a common coin from a rare and valuable collectible. Collectors across the United States are constantly searching for these rare 1971 silver-proof quarters. They are considered extremely scarce, and their unique story makes them even more desirable. The idea that a modern coin could be struck on the wrong metal and still make its way into collectors' hands is what makes this coin so fascinating. The design of the 1971 Washington quarter remains timeless. On the front, you see the strong and recognizable portrait of George Washington, a symbol of leadership and history. Liberty is proudly displayed above, while "In God We Trust" sits beside the portrait. On the reverse, the eagle spreads its wings, holding arrows and olive branches representing both strength and peace. To most people, it's just another coin, but to a collector, it could be a hidden fortune, and this is what makes coin collecting so exciting. The possibility, the thrill of discovery, the idea that something so valuable could be hiding in plain sight. There are countless stories of collectors finding rare coins in unexpected places. Old proof sets stored away for decades. Family collections that were never fully explored. Boxes of coins that no one bothered to check carefully. In many cases, the treasure was there all along. Think about how many proof sets were sold in 1971. About how many of them are still out there today. Now imagine how many have never been properly examined. This is where your opportunity begins. You have access to old proof sets, especially from the early 1970s. Take the time to inspect them. Look closely at each coin. Pay attention to the details. Use a scale if possible. Compare the coin with a known clad example. Even the smallest difference could lead to a massive discovery. Condition also plays a major role in value. A 1971 Washington quarter from a proof set with clean surfaces, strong details, and deep mirror finishes is far more attractive to collectors. Coins that appear untouched and well-preserved can command significantly higher prices. Professional grading adds even more value. When a coin is authenticated and graded, it gives buyers confidence. It confirms that the coin is genuine, rare, and in a specific condition, all of which directly impact its market value. But here's the most exciting part: not all of these coins have been found. Even today, there are still hidden examples waiting to be discovered. Coins sitting quietly in collections, unknown to their owners. Coins that could change someone's life with a single moment of curiosity. This is why you should never ignore old coins. Every coin tells a story, every detail matters, and sometimes, the smallest mistake can create the biggest opportunity. So the next time you come across a 1971 quarter, don't just spend it, take a closer look, hold it, examine it carefully. Because that simple coin might be worth far more than you ever imagined. And now, here comes the moment you've been waiting for: a rare 1971 Washington quarter from a proof set, struck on a silver planchet and preserved in high condition, has reached an incredible value in the collector market, with examples selling for as high as $14,800. Just imagine that. One small coin, worth thousands. So start checking your coins today. Go through your old proof sets. Ask your family about any collections they may have. Because your next big discovery could already be in your hands, just waiting to be found. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing coin discoveries. And don't forget to comment below if you have any coins you want us to check and reveal their hidden value. Top 6. What if I told you that a simple 1974 Washington quarter, a coin that most people spend without even a second thought, could actually be worth a small fortune today? A coin that looks completely ordinary in your pocket change, but secretly carries a hidden story that collectors across the United States are still searching for right now. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most exciting modern coin discoveries in U.S. history, the 1974 Washington quarter from a proof set, a coin that has stunned collectors, sparked massive auctions, and created life-changing moments for people who simply took the time to look closer. So stay with me until the end, because what you are about to learn could completely change the way you see every single quarter you come across. Let's go back to 1974. Why this time? The United States Mint had fully transitioned into producing copper-nickel-clad coins. The silver era of circulating quarters was long gone, and the new system was focused on efficiency and mass production. Millions upon millions of quarters were struck and released into circulation, making them one of the most common coins in American history. But hidden within this massive production, something special was still being made for collectors: proof sets. These proof coins were not ordinary coins. They were carefully struck using specially polished dies and high-quality planchets, designed to create mirror-like surfaces and extremely sharp details. Collectors loved them, and many of these sets were stored away for decades, untouched and forgotten. And this is where the story becomes truly exciting. In rare cases, something went wrong during production. A small number of 1974 Washington quarters were struck on the wrong planchets, including rare instances where experimental or incorrect metal compositions were used in the minting process. These mint errors are what transform an ordinary-looking coin into a highly valuable collector's treasure. At first glance, these coins look completely normal. Same design, same size, same appearance. But under close inspection, the secrets begin to reveal themselves. Imagine this moment: someone opens an old 1974 proof set. Maybe it was inherited. Maybe it was purchased decades ago and forgotten in a drawer. Everything looks perfect at first glance, but one coin feels different. The shine is deeper, the surface has a stronger mirror effect, the weight feels slightly unusual in the hand. That small feeling of curiosity, that decision to take a closer look, could change everything. Because here's the secret that experienced collectors know very well: even the smallest difference in weight can reveal a major discovery. A standard 1974 clad Washington quarter weighs about 5.67 grams. But error coins struck on different metal compositions can show a noticeable variation in weight and appearance. That tiny detail is often the key that separates a common coin from a rare collectible worth thousands. The design of the 1974 Washington quarter remains one of the most iconic in U.S. history. On the front, you see the strong and respected profile of George Washington, representing leadership and the foundation of the United States. Above his head is the word Liberty, while "In God We Trust" is placed beside the portrait. On the reverse, the majestic eagle spreads its wings, holding arrows and olive branches, symbolizing strength and peace working together. To the average person, it is just another quarter, but to a collector, it could be a hidden treasure. And that is exactly what makes coin collecting so powerful: the idea that something so valuable could still be hiding in plain sight. Across the United States, collectors are constantly searching for rare mint errors like these. Auction houses, coin dealers, online marketplaces, all of them are watching closely for unusual variations, especially from proof sets that were never meant for circulation, because when rarity meets condition, value explodes. Many of these 1974 proof set coins have been sitting untouched for decades. Stored in old boxes. Passed down through families. Forgotten in collections that were never fully examined. Think about that for a moment. How many proof sets from the 1970s still exist today? How many have never been carefully inspected? And how many hidden treasures are still waiting to be discovered? This is where opportunity lives. If you ever come across a 1974 proof set, take your time. Don't rush. Examine each coin carefully. Look at the shine. Check the edges. Pay attention to weight differences. Even the smallest clue could lead to something extraordinary. Condition is another major factor in value. A 1974 Washington quarter from a proof set with deep mirror surfaces, sharp details, and no visible marks becomes far more desirable to collectors. The better the condition, the higher the demand, and when such a coin is certified by professional grading services, its value becomes even more powerful. Authentication builds trust, and trust drives price in the collector market. But here is the most exciting truth of all: not all of these rare coins have been found. Even today, there are still hidden examples sitting quietly in collections, unknown to their owners, waiting for the right moment to be discovered. This is why coin collecting is more than just a hobby. It is a treasure hunt. Every coin has a story. Every detail matters. And sometimes, the smallest difference can lead to the biggest reward. So the next time you see a 1974 quarter, don't just ignore it, take a closer look, hold it in your hand, examine it carefully. Because that ordinary-looking coin might be far more valuable than you ever imagined. And now, here is the moment you've been waiting for, a rare 1974 Washington quarter from a proof set. Struck on an unusual mint error planchet and preserved in exceptional condition, has reached an incredible value in the collector market, with examples selling for as high as $14,400. Just think about that. One small coin, worth a life-changing amount of money. So start checking your coins today. Go through your old proof sets. Ask your family about any collections they may have stored away. Because your next big discovery could already be in your hands, just waiting to be found. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing coin discoveries. And don't forget to comment below if you have any coins you want us to check and reveal their hidden value. Top 7. What if a simple 1977 Washington quarter, the kind of coin you might see in your pocket change or in an old drawer, is actually hiding a secret worth thousands of dollars? A coin that looks completely normal, feels completely ordinary, but carries a hidden story that most people in the United States have never even heard about, are going deep into one of the most surprising modern U.S. coin discoveries. The 1977 Washington quarter from a proof set, a coin that collectors have chased for decades because of its rare errors, its sharp collector finish, and its unbelievable hidden value potential. Stay with me until the end, because what you are about to learn might completely change how you look at every single quarter you own. Let's go back to 1977. Why this time? The United States Mint had fully settled into producing clad coinage. The silver era of circulating quarters was long gone, replaced by copper-nickel coins designed for durability and mass production. Millions of quarters were being struck every year, and most people didn't think twice about them. But hidden within this huge production system, something special was still happening behind the scenes: proof sets. These special collector coins were not made for everyday use. They were carefully struck using polished dies and specially prepared blanks, creating coins with deep mirror-like surfaces and sharp, detailed designs. They were sold directly to collectors, often stored away for decades without being touched, and this is where the story becomes interesting. In rare cases, mistakes happened during production. A very small number of 1977 Washington quarters from proof sets have been discovered with unusual characteristics, including rare minting errors and experimental strikes that were never meant to leave the U.S. Mint. These errors are what turn a normal-looking coin into a highly valuable collector's piece. At first glance, nothing seems special: same design, same size, same familiar appearance. But under closer inspection, the truth begins to reveal itself. Imagine this moment: someone opens an old 1977 proof set. Maybe it was inherited from a family member. Maybe it was bought decades ago and forgotten in storage. Everything looks perfect at first glance, but then one coin catches the eye. The shine is deeper than the others. The mirror finish looks sharper. The coin feels slightly different when held. That small moment of curiosity, that decision to take a closer look, could be the beginning of something life-changing, because here is the secret that experienced collectors understand very well: even the smallest variation in a coin can signal something extremely valuable. A standard 1977 Washington quarter weighs about 5.67 grams, but error variations or unusual strikes can show differences that alert collectors to something rare. That tiny detail, that small difference, is often what separates an ordinary coin from a highly valuable treasure. The design of the 1977 Washington quarter is one of the most iconic in U.S. coin history. On the front, you see George Washington's strong and recognizable profile, representing leadership and American heritage. The word liberty appears above him, while "In God We Trust" is engraved beside his portrait. On the reverse, the eagle spreads its wings, holding arrows and olive branches, symbolizing strength, unity, and peace. To most people, it is just another quarter, but to collectors, it could be a hidden fortune. And that is what makes this story so powerful, the idea that something so common could actually be something incredibly rare. Across the United States, collectors and dealers are constantly searching for unusual proof set coins from the 1970s. Online auctions, coin shows, private sales, everywhere, people are trying to find these rare variations. Why? Because demand is high, and supply is extremely limited. Most of these coins were never meant to be special. But time and mistakes changed everything. Many 1977 proof sets are still sitting in homes today. Stored in boxes. Passed down through generations. Forgotten in collections that were never fully checked. Think about that for a moment. How many proof sets from 1977 are still out there? How many have never been carefully examined? And how many hidden treasures are still waiting to be discovered? This is where opportunity begins. If you ever come across a 1977 proof set, take your time. Don't rush through it. Examine each coin carefully. Look closely at the surface. Study the shine. Compare details with known examples. Even the smallest difference could mean something extraordinary. Condition plays a massive role in value. A 1977 Washington quarter from a proof set with deep mirror finish, strong strike quality, and no visible marks becomes far more attractive to collectors. The better the preservation, the higher the demand, and when a rare coin is professionally graded and certified, its value becomes even stronger. Authentication builds trust, and trust drives serious collector demand. But here is the most exciting truth of all: not all rare coins have been discovered. Even today, there are still hidden examples sitting quietly in collections, completely unknown to their owners. Coins that could be worth life-changing money, waiting for someone to notice. This is why coin collecting is not just a hobby. It is a treasure hunt. Every coin tells a story. Every detail matters. And sometimes, the smallest discovery can lead to the biggest reward. So the next time you see a 1977 Washington quarter, don't just ignore it. Take a closer look, hold it in your hand, examine it carefully. Because that ordinary coin might be something far more valuable than you ever imagined. And now, here comes the moment you've been waiting for: a rare 1977 Washington quarter from a proof set, featuring rare mint characteristics and preserved in exceptional condition, has reached an incredible value in the collector market, with examples selling for as high as $13,800. Just imagine that, one small coin, worth a life-changing amount. So start checking your coins today. Go through your old proof sets. Ask your family if they have any old collections stored away. Because your next big discovery could already be in your hands, just waiting to be found. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing coin discoveries. And don't forget to comment below if you have any coins you want us to check and reveal their hidden value.